Hello, my name is Aprille Walker and welcome to the Yoga Ranger Studio and welcome to your practice. Our practice today is Yinspired Yoga Fusion. So we're using some yin poses and a little bit of flow to blend them together to give you a little self-care practice. So there are days when it seems like anything you do makes you feel just a little bit more depleted. And what we're trying to do in this practice is to help move your entire body, help kind of open spaces up, and help give you just a little bit more energy without kind of taking anything away from that. So just a couple of props that you will need for this practice. 2 blocks. You could probably make do with 1 if you only had 1, but 2 would really be really nice. So a little self-care practice. So we're going to start in child's pose. We're going to take our yin poses first. So take your big toes together, knees as wide apart as you feel comfortable. If you want a little bit more opening, you can take a little bit more. And have our block ready just for your head if you want it. So we're going to take right arm in front of left, take twisted ropes, and you can rest your forehead on the block, or if you don't want to do that, you can rest it on the floor. Walk those hands as wide as you can, palms facing up. And start to breathe into the upper back, shoulders, opening up that space. Maybe setting an intention for your practice. And feel your belly start to soften, your back lengthen. And your breath begin to smooth out all the stress of the day. Help give you some space. Space to breathe. Space for some energy refill. We spend a lot of our time giving to everyone else and sharing of ourselves, and sometimes what we need is to refill our cup. Take some time out for ourselves to reset and refill. Settling into your 3-part breath, belly, chest, collarbones. Exhaling collarbones, chest, belly. Breathing into the back side of the body. Bring some energy to the lower back, the kidneys, the adrenals. This practice will be working to balance our energy, activating the kidney meridians throughout the body, and in turn also affecting the adrenals. So if you're feeling super tired and worn out lately, be a little balancing to your energy lines. Start to walk your hands back in, lift your head just a little bit. Cross opposite way, so left in front of right. Rest your forehead on that block if you want to. Checking in with whatever sensations you feel in this position, in this pose, and allowing the breath to soften everything even more. Last few breaths here. Start to walk your hands back and lift your head. You're going to move that block off to the side if you were using that. You're going to tuck your hands between your legs. Turn your head to the left or the right. And let the shoulders soften. Just 5 breaths here. Lift your head, turn to the opposite side. And then lift up. You're going to walk those knees a little bit closer together. Take the hands out in front, and we're going to take a little side stretch. So walk your hands way over to the right. You're going to take that left hand way out a little bit further. Fold over that leg. 5 deep breaths. Think about taking those left fingertips as far away from that left hip as possible. Kind of rainbow shaping out that left side body and breathing into the left lung. Coming back to center, switching over to the opposite side. Walking that right hand over as far as you can. Stretching as far away from that right hip as possible. Breathing into the right side body. And coming back to center, walking the hands out, lengthen. And then shift forward, spread your palms wide and shift back into downward facing dog. Walk your dog out, shake your head out, yes and no, shift the hips side to side. Find a little movement. And go ahead and come forward all the way down onto your belly. Taking your block off to the side. So take the palms alongside the hips, thumbs facing outward. We're going to do a little locust pose here. So inhale, lift. We're going to hold this out here. On each inhale, you're going to lift. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, lighten. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lighten. Exhale, lengthen. Last one. Inhale, lighten up. And exhale, come all the way down. Rest your head on the back of your hands. And a second round. Here again, take the hands alongside the hips, thumbs facing down. We're going to start here. You're going to lift everything off, lower body, upper body, and then start to press those feet back behind you. You can interlace your fingers if you want or not. Once again, we're going to inhale, lighten and lengthen. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lighten. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lighten. Exhale, lengthen. And then lower all the way down. Turn your head to the left or to the right, or stack your hands on top of one another. I'm going to do a little cobra here. So hands underneath the shoulders. I'm going to press up, lift up about halfway. Once again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can come up a little bit higher. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Come all the way down. Press back into downward facing dog. Shake your head out, yes and no. And then bring the big toes together. Inhale, take that right leg straight up and back. Exhale, sweep it all the way through in between your hands. Drop your back knee. Come into a low lunge. So we're going to inhale, reach those arms up. Inhale, lengthen out, lift up, and exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. On each inhale, you're going to straighten up a little bit more, rock back just a tiny bit. And each exhale, you're going to soften the hips down. One more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. Bring your hands down. So you're going to take your hand either over to the floor or to a block on your left side. Excuse me, right side. I'm backwards today. Take the fingertips down or the palm down, whatever height you need it to be at. You're going to sweep that left arm up, reach up, inhale, reach up, exhale, soften, inhale up, exhale, soften, and last one, inhale up, exhale, come down. Take that block over the other side because you'll need it there. Palms down, lift that back knee, step back to downward facing dog. And on to our second side. Inhale, left leg straight up and back. Exhale, sweep it through. If it doesn't make it, use your hand. Drop that back knee down. Inhale, you're going to reach up, rock back just a little bit and tuck the pelvis in, belly engaged. And then exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, lengthen up, stretch that right front hip. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, soften. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, soften. Bring hands down, take that left hand, I got it right this time, onto the left side, onto a block or otherwise. Sweep the right hand up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, up. Exhale, sink, and one more. Inhale, up. A little bit further. Exhale, sink, and come all the way down. Hands on either side. Lift that back knee. Step back to downward facing dog. Walk your dog out. Find a little movement here. Come back to center. Inhale, right leg straight up and back. Bend the knee, open up the hip. If you want to, come up on the right fingertips and drop that foot way behind you. And then exhale, sweep that leg all the way through in between your hands. Here, back into our little low lunge again. So, taking a block or two, you're going to walk that right foot forward a little bit more. And then we're going to come back a little bit, flip those toes onto that heel. And we're going to take a half Hanumanasana. So you're going to inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, soften. Inhale up. Exhale, soften. Remember to keep those right toes flexed. Inhale up. Exhale, soften. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, soften. Keep another couple of breaths here. Listen to the talking your hamstrings are having with you. Take the block off to the side. Go ahead and walk that foot forward. Bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. We're going to come into gecko pose. So walk it kind of wide, turn the foot to the outside edge, and come down to wherever you want to. So if you have that block ready and you want the floor to be a little bit closer, you can take the floor closer with the block. So each breath, you're going to inhale, lengthen up just a little bit, exhale, sink down. Same thing here, inhale up, and exhale, soften the hips and the chest and the belly. Inhale up, exhale down. And last one, inhale up, exhale down. Come back to center, walk that foot to the middle, lift the back knee, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, take that left leg straight up and back. Bend the knee, open up the hip. You can come up on the left fingertips, open that leg wide, and then step that leg all the way through to the front. Drop the back knee, walk that left foot further forward, kind of inch it forward. Flip the toes up. So you can be right over 90-degree angle on the back leg. You can take that block underneath the leg. Inhale, lengthen, flex the toes, spread the toes wide. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale up. Your hamstrings are talking now. Exhale, fold. Take a couple of breaths here. Start to bring that foot flat. Drag it back a little bit here. Go ahead and walk it wide to the left. Come into the outside edge of that left foot. Here again, you can use the block or not. I like fingertips because it kind of allows me to control how fast I go up or down. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold and deepen. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, hips drop. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. This is last time. Exhale, soften. Palms flat. Step that foot to the center again here. Lift the back knee. Come back to downward facing dog. Walk your dog out. Shake your head out yes and no. Turn your head to the left or to the right. Shake it out a little bit. And then come back to center, down onto your knees, shift around, and come to a seat. Take our blocks on either side because we'll need those a little bit later. We're going to take bound angle. So bring the bottoms of the feet together, pull them a little bit closer than you normally would. This is not going to be a yin posture, this is going to be a yang posture. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen the spine, grab hold of the inside of the feet, pull yourself forward, chest forward. And then at the very last minute, when you've got no more space to go, you can slowly fold. So use your arms to kind of pull open a little bit further, lengthen. If you have the mobility to do this, you don't have to hold the position. You can take the fingertips out. I like to hold the position. Two more deep breaths. Then inhale, slowly come all the way up. Bring those knees together. So having those blocks ready, we're gonna go ahead and come all the way down onto our backs. So you're gonna take one block and you're gonna take it to whatever height you feel most comfortable with. Either the lower one, the middle, or the very top if you feel comfortable with that. Walk your feet a little bit closer together, like your knees are going to be a little closer together. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. We're going to kind of a supported bridge. So lengthen up and look over your head. Start to walk your legs out. Now, if this is too much, you can do one at a time. If you're comfortable, you can go ahead and do both. Then turn your palms to face up. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Nice deep breaths. Breathe into the front and back body. If you've done just one leg, go ahead and switch which leg is outstretched. If you're on both, just go ahead and stay here. And slowly bring both feet flat to the floor. Lift your hips. You're going to flip that block to the lower height. You can take the second block, tuck it underneath, and make sure it's kind of covering a good part of your back so that you have some stability here. So we're going to take feet up the wall without the wall. Go ahead and take the legs up. Now you can hang on to the blocks if that feels good for you, or you can just let the arms stay where they're at, but kind of find that middle ground where you're not having to work too hard to hold your feet up. Take 5 more deep breaths. Go ahead and gently start to bend your knees. Drop those feet down, come up on the toes, lift your hips, take one block off, come down to one. Walk your feet out, take a breath or two here. Sometimes it can be a lot to come down from that height to a little bit lower, letting things settle. And then lift your hips, take that second block off to the side. Slowly come all the way down. Take 2 deep breaths here. And gently cross that right leg over that left. We're going to take a supine shoelace. So this would be our yin pose at the end, toward the end. Hug those knees in however you can. If this is not possible for you, you can take a figure 4 position as well. On each inhale, you're going to inhale, feel lightness in your hips. Exhale, pull those knees in a little bit closer. Inhale, space into the hips and lower body. Exhale, depth and stretch. And one more time, inhale, space. And exhale, soften and just hang out here. Close your eyes, let your shoulders soften toward the floor. Even if they don't touch the floor, which mine probably never will, that's okay. Let them kind of soften and open toward the floor, giving your neck some length. If you can grab your feet or your ankles, grab whatever feels most comfortable for you in this pose, taking the version of shoelace that works best for you. Feeling your breath soften and slow. Connecting with the sensations you feel in this pose. Connecting with your breath. Just one more minute here. Gently release your knees down. Unwind, take your feet wide, and just drop your knees over to the left. So windshield wiper twist here, arms out to the side, turn and lift your head. Look over your right shoulder if that feels okay for you. Feel each breath unwinding all the tension in your back, allowing everything to kind of soften toward the floor. Maybe you feel your knees drift a little bit more with gravity's pull. Gently turn your head back to center. Bring those knees all the way back through the middle. Drop those knees together. Take 5 deep breaths here. Enjoying the space in between each pose, the rebound. And taking our second side, so cross that left leg over the right, or whatever side you didn't take the first time. Sometimes I get backwards too. Hug those knees into the chest. Remember here again, inhale, fill some space. Exhale, deepen the knees into the chest. Inhale, space, and exhale. Bring those knees in. Inhale, soften, release. Exhale, bring them in. Here, settle into whatever position you can sustainably hold for 3 minutes. Soften the shoulders, soften the throat. Checking in to see if you're holding any tension anywhere and allowing the breath to smooth that out. Last few breaths here. Start to release your feet down to the floor. Unwind those legs. Walk your feet wide. Take your arms out to the side and just let those knees drop over to the right. You can lift your head and turn and look over your left shoulder. Feel the unwinding, softening. Just a few more breaths here. Gently start to turn your head back to center. Engage your core. Bring those knees back through the middle. Drop the knees together, feet wide. Maybe taking the arms into a cactus position, opening the chest and upper back. And taking the hands alongside the hips. Walk those feet out for Shavasana, or you can keep your knees bent. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Turn the palms up. Let the toes fall open out to the side or into the middle, depending on your hips. And here again, take a moment to kind of scan down and maybe notice your energy levels now. Checking down through the body, feeling that there's maybe some more space, some more lightness, some more length, some more opening. Maybe your breath is a little bit deeper and fuller and richer. Filling your lungs all the way up, sipping in a little bit more air. And then exhaling through your mouth. Doing that one more time. Inhaling, filling up. Sip a little bit more air in. And exhale through the mouth. Allowing the shoulders to soften toward the floor, the body to feel supported. If you have more time to spend in Shavasana, please spend as much time as you possibly can. This will help you refill your cup even more. Give yourself a little self-care with some Shavasana. But if this is the time that you are limited to, go ahead and walk your heels closer together. Take your arms up overhead, stretch through the fingertips, stretch through the toes, lengthen the spine. Bring the knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze. And then gently roll over to your right side. Take a couple of breaths here on your right side. Whenever you're ready, press yourself up into whatever seated position you like best. You can use your blocks if you like to sit on a block. Eyes closed or open, hands palms up or palms down onto your knees. Lengthen up through the spine, get a nice long spine so your breath is full and rich. And on your next exhale, drop those hands down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Open your eyes, look up at your palms. Exhale, hands to heart. Peace and namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I hope this self-care practice brings you a little bit of energy balance, a little bit of softness, a little bit of breath, and a lot of opening throughout the body. So we did the entire body, head to toe, so hopefully everything will feel a little bit more open. If you enjoyed this practice, please take a moment to like and comment down below. Let me know what you liked about it, what you would like to see, your favorite things. This helps guide me in what I offer in the future, and it's also really nice to hear your feedback. It really is important to me to hear what you have to say about the classes and your experience with them. If you are not a subscriber, please click that subscribe button down below over here to your right, to my left, and join me each week. I have a new upload every Thursday morning, so visit back often. The subscribe button just allows you to get notifications of when new videos are posted, so that's just kind of a reminder that something new is up. Our lives are busy and we get distracted and you can't always remember, and sometimes you really need to practice on Thursday morning, so just check back. If you would like to practice with me more and experience more practices that include classes like this and others, if you would like to also enjoy live calls each month and connect with others that are interested in these kinds of practices, I have a member site, which is theyogaranger.vhx.tv. And the link is up above and down below. That group meets, we have exclusive videos every single week. We meet once a month for a live call to answer your questions and talk about topics that you would like to cover, not just yoga. We cover a little bit of everything. It gives you a chance to really deepen your practice. There's a lot of yin, restorative, flow, and meditation, and lots of lunar cycles, as well as chakras are all on that member site. Longer practices exceeding the 60-minute marker are located there as well. So if you're looking for more extended practices or more practices that are around the 30-minute marker, those are there as well. So check it out, theyogaranger.vhx.tv. I hope to see you very soon, either there on VHX or here again on YouTube. Have a wonderful week.